A heart without a soul cannot beat. A heart that cannot beat turns to ice. The ice hides what once was, until the soul comes calling again to awaken what lies beneath the frost.
Yes, the two of us. All right. Last time on Live from Dice Jail, we spent a little bit more time in Rock. Fuck. What else did we do in Rock? I mean,
Bonky Schnoots.
oh my god, right, Bonky Snoots. We spent about an hour and a half talking to Bonky Snoots, trying to decipher what they were trying to tell us.
I don't want to talk about it.
And ultimately, Bonky Snoots did end up telling us that it would be possible to separate the Soul of Frost into several smaller bits containing its pieces of power, which also does sort of imply that the Soul of Frost may have been, chunked off from a larger piece of power, possibly in the glacier, but we will worry about that later. For now, we had the possibility of infusing the Soul of Frost into some weapons, such as a frying pan. However, we decided not to do that. So, not a frying pan,
Do you
a
mean
waffle
a waffle iron?
Yes, my mistake.
Come on, get your cast iron implements correct, you fool.
I know. Dude, my cast irons are all rusty. I did not take good care of them. Hey, this is a PSA. I'm looking at the camera. I know that I don't have a camera, but I'm looking at it. Treat your fucking cast iron well. Season it. Do not leave it in water. Do not let your cast iron soak in the sink.
Well, the good thing about cast iron is that you can always rescue it. That is something you can. It doesn't matter how rusty it is, you can still rescue it.
Yes.
So.
But anyways, we decided not to split the Soul of Frost up and put it into weapons. We decided to leave it as is for now. And I believe we were just about to begin gathering supplies and making our way back to Yogwal.
Yes, you actually did just conclude gathering supplies, I believe. You got yourselves a fancy tent because Bastian got someone's taxes done.
Oh my god, that's right.
Right, I did do taxes.
And bound another soul fragment to her brain.
Oh yeah, my stomach and claws who have dead cubs. That was haunting to learn.
And so right now, Thicket, Bastian, Wyatt, and Dawn Collar are all exiting this little shop when Wyatt stops dead in his tracks.
I trip over him.
You comically trip over him, and both of you face plant in the snow.
Oh, what are you doing there?
Wyatt just spitting snow out. Just, oh, fuck you. Shit.
You're right.
Shit.
Want to share
A bit of a tumble
with
you
the
took
class?
Oh no. And his eyes roll back in his head. He just finished standing up. His eyes roll back in his head and he falls right back into the snow.
Well, I guess we're gonna go put him in the hotel.
For fuck's sake.
As you
We
think
gotta wait
this,
for him now before we can leave.
As you think this to yourselves, Bastian, you notice the Dawn Caller is oddly quiet about this whole thing. And you look at her and see that her eyes have gone somewhat wide as well.
Well, that's
Bastian,
not
you
good.
would recognize that she has a knowing look on her face.
Could I get filled in here?
Unfortunately, no. This is between him and Sarshin. So, I'm going to trip-sit him for a little bit. If you could help me bring him back to the inn.
What?
Ah,
Thicket,
I see.
can you take his legs?
Yup, I got him.
This is what happens when you call your deity a cunt all the time.
I'm honestly surprised it hadn't happened sooner.
Thicket grabs one of Wyatt's arms and his throat.
His throat?
It's pretty similar thickness to his leg.
Nope, wrong side of the body, bud. I am literally
sorry
going
about
to place his legs in Thicket's hand.
I'm still holding on to his throat.
Nope, I'm gonna take his hand off of his throat. Nope, guide him around and stick Wyatt's feet in Thicket's hands.
Bastian, I don't mean to alarm you, but I think you just put his throat in me hand.
Nope, bud, these are his feet. I know because I can see.
That's awfully rude. Anyways, let's get on with it.
And you do just that. You bring Wyatt back to Hospitality for the Broken. Bring him up to his room and set him on the bed. At which point, Dawn Caller puts a hand to his forehead. Wyatt's eyes are wide open, but still rolled back in his head. He's still breathing, but his breaths are almost panicked.
If this didn't seem serious, I'd suggest that we draw something on his face.
I wouldn't do that right now. I know we were planning on setting off right now, but yeah, no, I think really I've been asked to watch over him and make sure he doesn't do anything too stupid when he wakes up.
Right, well, we'll check in with you later, I guess.
Yes. Go get yourselves a drink or something.
Will do.
Alright. Let's go to the bar.
Alright.
Before we go.
So, the two of you exit the room, and as you leave, you hear Dawn Caller locking the door behind you. The two of you head downstairs to the bar, where Vulo is cleaning a few glasses. Hello, my friends. What can I do for you?
You know, we were looking for a drink.
A drink? Okay. Alright, I can do that. What do you think we're in the mood for today?
You know,
Oh,
we'll
I'll
just
just
take
have
an ale.
Hi, I'll just have an ale as well, and then a friend of ours has. Well, you may notice that there's only two of us here. A friend of ours has suffered an accident and is not here with us. If you
Yes, I saw you
get it-
drag him upstairs.
if you could get us a drink for his sake as well.
Okay.
You really think the best thing in this moment is to pour a beer down his gullet?
No, not his gullet.
Alright.
Vulo slides you each a beer and a shot glass with an amber liquid in it.
I'm gonna take that shot.
It is
Why
I'm
would've
gonna
wanted
not
it.
immediately take that shot.
it is pretty darn good brandy.
Pretty darn good brandy.
I thought you might enjoy it. So, it's only not even noon yet. What do you plan on doing with your days, if you don't mind me asking?
Well, the plan was to leave town before, whatever just happened.
Oh. So what I'm hearing is you don't have plan.
I just
Do
about.
not have plan.
How do you feel about sports?
I've played a
I'm gonna
few in my
say
day.
it's safe to say that Bastian has never played any kind of, like, recreational sport.
Probably not.
They don't really have, like, a rec softball league in 8 points.
Nah. Really, like, the closest thing to a recreational sports y'all would have had was, a classic game of Assassin. But,
Like literal
when it comes
Assassin?
to 8 points, Assassin is significantly more, not deadly typically, but it's more of a hazing incident than anything else.
That sounds right.
Yeah, lots of socks with bars of soap in them. Well, if you're possibly interested in killing some time, a few friends of mine are looking to get a game going for the day.
Game of what?
It's a fun little game we all came up with back when we were on the same crew. Is very fun. Very fun. It's called Hucha Barcha.
What do you say, Thicket?
Hey, got nothing better to do.
Sure.
Great. They are off one of the fields just outside of town, flooded a little while ago, froze over, and they've been setting it up as their little rink. I should have everything you need.
Okay. Let's, go, I guess.
Alright. So, you start journeying. Takes you probably around 45-ish minutes or so to get to where Vulo pointed you to, which is this little field over here, which has indeed been flooded. And on this field, which is completely frozen over at this point, you see two individuals sliding around with what look like blades on their feet. You see an ivory Dracasan and an orange Drakkar. And they appear to be smacking around some sort of a cylindrical object that slides around on the ice between them.
I see.
Do you, though?
I hear.
So, You approach.
Yeah, we approach.
We approach.
You approach, and the two dragon people stop skating and look at you. Hello, dear friends. What can we do for you?
Fuck, what was the bartender's name?
Vulo.
Hello. Vulo said you were trying to get a game going?
The Drakar's eyes light up. Oh, yes, good, yes. We would love to have you. She skates over, sticks out a hand to you, Bastian. I am Sharkach! And you notice that swinging around behind her is a massive, sword blade on a chain.
Oh.
Very bizarre looking
awesome.
Drakar. She appears to have, this weird, veiny, fleshy antler sticking out of her forehead, right between her eyebrows, that, pulses as she breathes. Yes, I am Shorkach. Very nice to meet you. That over there, she says, pointing to the ivory Drakar, who appears to be holding a very fancy staff and wearing a very, very shiny chain shirt. That over there is Krastulian. We're, you could say, the inventors of this little game called Hucha. And we would love the opportunity to teach it to you.
We'd love the opportunity to learn.
Yeah, how do you play Hucha Barcha?
It's very simple, all right? So I'm just going to explain this in a, voice that you can understand.
That would be appreciated, thank you.
So I'll even put you on the map. And you know what?
Oh.
Even better, I will give you the little rules document, if I can find where I put it. There we are.
Ooh.
So, these two would tell you that Hucha Barcha translates to totem battle in Draconic. Let me just... There we go. To the two of you. There we go. And they... so what you do is you get on this field of ice, you set up a couple of goals, and you take this totem, and you've got to try to get the totem into your opponent's goal without letting them get, it into your goal. It's basically hockey in that regard. So, each goal is 10 feet wide, 5 feet deep, on opposite ends of the ice. First team to reach 3 goals wins. Initiative will work similarly to combat. You will have a few actions, which you'll have at your disposal, special actions, as Krastulien, the kineticist, conjures out of seemingly thin air in a similar way that you've seen Thub do, conjures these blades which snap directly onto your boots to act as your skates. So, movement is a little different in this game while you're on your skates. So instead of using your actual movement speed, you will have to speed up and slow down as an action, which is the change speed action, which requires you making an athletics check, the DC of which is equal to your current speed. And that only allows you to go in a straight line. Also, you might notice we're on a hex grid, not a square grid. Gives you a little bit more versatility, because changing directions is another action, to do which you need to do an acrobatics check with a DC equal to your current speed in order to change which direction you're moving in. And then if at any point you need to stop or are forced to stop, you have to make a reflex save or you risk falling prone. Those are the 3 specific actions for this game. The totem...
Is there a...
Oh, yes.
So it's like hockey. Is there like a take a shot action?
So, we'll get to that. So, instead of a hockey puck, you've got this totem right here. This little green thing in the middle. The totem is like a solid like 3 feet tall. Instead of having a hockey stick, you are damaging. You want to attack and damage this totem. Damage gets turned into movement. And this works on other players as well. So you can go up to it. Let's say you hit the thing with your sword and you deal 6 points of damage. That would round down to 5 feet of movement in a straight line. So like if, say, Bastian moves to right here, then hits it, 5 feet would bring it there. And it will continue traveling in that direction at whatever speed it's going.
But we don't get to pick which direction it goes.
So you do by moving around it. You have to position yourself in order to change the direction you're hitting the thing. So it goes directly the
opposite side.
Yes, it goes in a straight line away from you.
I see. Okay,
and you can speed it up or slow it down. Each time you hit it, it will accumulate more and more speed. It will always move at the top of every round. And you can hit it with literally anything you want. Weapons, spells, other abilities, anything you want goes. The only restriction is you cannot use weapons or spells against other players. You can use unarmed strikes, but no weapons or spells. If you damage any player, including yourself, you get a penalty, which makes you slowed 1 for the rest of the match. If you receive 3 penalties, you're out of the game. And unarmed strikes don't actually do damage. Instead, they will allow you to move other players. So if you are... So let's say Thicket is moving towards Bastian. Bastian can move into Thicket, punch him in the face, and try to slow him down or stop him.
Casual.
Yeah. And if 10 rounds pass without a goal being scored, everything resets to center. Any questions?
I am so certain they will come up eventually.
Fair enough.
Yeah, it all seems pretty straightforward to me.
Cool. And so you should have the document that I made visible. Can you see the rules and actions thing?
Yes.
Yes. Now, question. If I accidentally closed that, how would I go about reopening?
You should be able to see it in your journal. It's called Totem Battle Rules.
In the journal. Oh god, where's the journal?
It's the book.
Oh, there it is.
And so...
There it is, okay.
I would recommend somewhere on your character sheet or on a piece of paper writing down, like, keep track of how fast, of your movement speed. You always start the game at 0 feet, moving not at all, at a standstill. And before we roll initiative, you can position yourself anywhere on the ice that you want, so long as it is 5 feet or more away from the totem itself, any other players, or any goals.
Are we on teams?
Yes. So Bastian and Thicket, you're together, and the dragons are on their team.
Okay.
Okay.
Also, I'm not seeing this in the journal. I'm seeing Last Stands as the most recent rule.
Have it again.
Thank you.
And if you click the action, did you close it again?
No, I didn't. I'm fucking with you.
Okay, I was gonna say, if you click the actions in the little actions area, you should be able to see what they actually do.
Good question. I don't have permission.
Fuck you mean you don't have permission?
I'm clicking on change speed and it says you do not have sufficient permission to view this item.
Hold on.
Sorry, folks, we're having a little bit of technical difficulties.
Hold on, I don't have sufficient permission to view the sheet for this item either.
Try again.
Yay, I have sufficient permission.
There you go.
Aye, Captain.
All right. So at this point, go ahead and well, first and foremost, let me get some more appropriate music going.
So, to be clear, the goal we want to get it in is the top goal, the blue
Correct.
one?
Yes.
Okay.
You guys are red team, they're blue team.
Okay.
So, they're going to start out by positioning themselves like this. So yeah, you guys can position yourselves literally anywhere on the ice you want, as long as you're 5 feet or more away from other players and the totem and the goals.
I will be there.
Yes.
And to be extra clear, just extra clear, anything goes so long as you're not actively harming the other players. Anything goes.
I see.
This is going to go into chaos real quick, but okay.
All right.
Now, when you say harm, do you mean like do status effects count as harm?
No. I'm referring to
You have
damage.
no idea the grin that just went over my face.
Oh, I know. Oh, I know. All right.
All right.
So, let me bring you guys into initiative then. And you're going to want to roll athletics. All right. Hey, look at that. Bastian is up first.
Okay.
So, let us begin. Top of round 1, your speed is 0 feet.
And we have the normal 3 actions.
Correct. You have 3 actions until you get a penalty.
Okay. I am going to try and move forward.
Okay. So that would be a change speed. So go ahead and roll. This is really just a matter of seeing, well, yeah, it's just a matter of seeing if you get a crit.
On
More than anything else.
Athletics, right?
Yes, DC 0.
Okay.
Yeah, you pretty solidly crit that. So you can.
Excellent.
So your speed increases or decreases by 10 feet.
Well, I literally can't go negative 10 feet.
Correct. So which direction would you like to go?
I'm gonna go there.
All right.
And
begin
then
moving
I
in
would
that
like
direction.
to try and hit the totem with my sword.
Okay, go ahead and roll to hit.
That's a 19.
19, that's a hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
Forgot the damage was relevant.
5. All right, it begins moving at 5 feet.
Okay. So it goes 5 feet forward.
Yes, it does. You have 1 action remaining.
I'm gonna go ahead and continue moving.
So that would be, yes, you can just continue moving and it's an action. That's fine. So that would be 10 feet that you move forward.
Yes, and that's the total of my movement speed, right?
No, so this works a little different. you move that full thing every time you move.
Oh.
You don't get to choose to slow down. So actually, in all honesty, that should probably be there, and you would have hit from there.
Oh, okay. So it's there instead, you're telling me?
Yes, we'll say that. Sorry, I wasn't very clear about that. So every time you decide to maintain movement, you have to go your full movement speed unless you want to change your speed.
Okay. Okay, can I try and change my direction for my next turn? Like, can that be my action? Try and change...
Yeah, changing direction is definitely a thing you can do. So that will be an acrobatics check.
You know, the amount you're saying athletics is giving me flashbacks to episode 2. Okay,
that's a critical success. So you can move 2 degrees. So you're currently going to the east, so you can go 1, 2 if you'd like.
I will go 2.
Okay.
So
Lovely.
Next turn I'll start going that way.
Correct.
Okay.
So that brings us now to Krastulien, who is going to begin by making a strike with their staff against the totem. That is a solid critical hit. So they move. Holy shit. 22 damage. So that's 20 feet. They just slap shot it. All the way back towards your goal. And then they're going to attempt to change speed themselves. Solid critical hit. So they are going to then move 10 feet. And that is their turn. That brings us now to Shorkach, who is going to do a change speed. That is a critical, so they're going to move. They're going to move right up to you, Bastian, and they're gonna go to try to punch you right in the face.
That's nice.
That's a 25 to hit.
Okay, so that will hit me in the face.
All right. That is 9 points of, 9, so that gets reduced down to 5. So your speed is reduced by 5 feet.
Okay, so my speed is now 5 feet.
Correct.
Honestly, I half thought that it was gonna, send me 5 feet back.
Oh, you also get sent 5 feet.
Okay.
But it also reduces your speed.
Okay.
And Shorkach is then going to do another change speed. Their speed right now is 10. And it goes up now to 20.
Oh.
And they move right up and stick right with you there, Bastian. That brings us now to Thicket.
Okay, Thicket's gonna shout out, "Good job distracting him, Bastian!" I'm gonna change speed.
Okay.
And move
it's a DC
right over
0.
there.
Okay.
DC 0. Oof, okay. I got a 7.
Was that your athletics?
It was something.
No,
It looked like just a flat D20.
That was just a flat D20.
Does it matter the DC is 0?
It does
wasn't a
because
1.
Because a crit gets you 10 feet, and a non-crit gets you 5. So,
okay,
so you got a crit. The important thing is you got a crit because it's plus 8.
15.
So yes, your speed is now 10 feet, so you can move 10 feet in a straight line.
I see. Okay. And then, if I change direction, does that move me any feet?
No.
So I wouldn't be able to hit it on this turn, is what I'm hearing.
Correct.
Okay.
You know what? No, here's what we're gonna say.
Mm-hmm.
Here's what we're gonna say. Okay.
Okay.
Every action you take includes movement. So change speed just increases or decreases. Change direction just changes your direction. Every single action you take, you move your entire speed.
My entire speed. Okay, so if my speed is 15 right now,
your speed is 10. Your speed is 10.
Right, my speed is 10. But if I change direction, that will put me there, right?
Correct.
Okay. So let's change direction.
All right, so it's an acrobatics 10. Acrobatics check, DC 10.
All right, let's see. Come on. Oh, 23.
23, that is a critical, so you can change direction up to 2 degrees.
Okay. I'm not going to do that, though. I'm just going to go there.
Okay.
Actually, sorry. There. Does it have to be up to my speed
It
or
has to
full my
be.
speed?
It has to be your full speed.
Okay. In that case... Oh man, this is tough.
Your speed is still 10.
Crap. Yeah. Okay, there's no way to hit it without putting it back in the center then, I don't think. Or putting it back towards us. But that's not what we want. Screw it. It'll be funny. Alright. So that puts me there with the change speed, and then I'm going to strike it.
Okay. All right, go ahead and roll the hit.
Are you shitting me?
Oh, natural 1.
Oh, bad time.
Are you keeping that?
Yeah, I'm keeping it.
All right, then. Let me roll that critical fumble card. Number 45, melee. This is bad. You take 1d10 bleed as you are still getting your bearings on this.
Oh, Lord.
And you manage to slice open part of your leg with your skates.
Oh, I've caught myself.
You take a penalty for that. You are now slowed 1.
Ouch.
Well, that's bad.
And you are now taking 1d10 persistent bleed.
Oh, that's not good.
And that is the end of your turn. So you take 2 points of bleed damage.
Oh.
And go ahead and make that recovery check.
And that's a flat d20?
Yeah, that's just flat d20, DC 15. Huge. You are still bleeding.
I'm still bleeding.
But I will not give you a penalty for each instance of damage. I'm just going to give you the penalty for hurting yourself like that. Well, actually, you know what? No, you shouldn't take a penalty for that. That wasn't the result specifically of you hitting somebody, so I'm going to say that's just... You don't take a penalty for that. You're hurting.
Everything hurts.
All right, so here we are at the top of round 2. The totem cannot move as its speed gets reduced to 0, being stopped by Thicket. That brings us then to Bastian.
Okay, my speed is 5.
Correct.
So I try and do an action to change my speed.
Yes.
That's a 23.
That's a critical success. So your speed is now 15.
15. So in a straight line, I go.
Has to
there,
be.
right?
Yeah, that's your new direction. That makes sense. Yep.
I just figured because that was.
Yeah, yep, that makes sense. Yep.
Okay.
Just-
Then can I roll to change my direction?
Sure.
That is a 24.
Regular success. 1 degree of change, so you can change your degree to here or to here.
Sorry, you said to here or to here?
Correct. Here,
Okay, I'm gonna
would it
go-
be helpful if I made the grid a little bit easier to see?
Yes, please.
All right, I'll do that. Turn that opacity way up. How's that?
That's better. Okay. So I can go not that way. This way?
Yes.
Okay. So then I go 15 feet this
Correct.
way. Okay.
And remember, you have access to everything in your repertoire.
Yeah, I know. I'm trying to run through all of the things that I own. I'm just gonna go ahead and try and change my direction one more time.
Okay. DC 15.
That's a 17.
All right. 1 degree of change. So you can either
Right,
go
so-
there or there.
Okay, I'm gonna go here.
Okay. And that is your turn. That brings us to Krastulien, who's going to begin with a change direction. Acrobatics, DC 10. That is a critical success, 2 degrees. So they're going to take 1 degree, which will move them to there. They are then going to do another change direction. That's another crit. They're going to go to there. And then they are going to channel elements. As
That's
part of which they get an elemental blast,
Yep.
which they will use on the totem. As just like you've seen Thub do, they just reach up to the sky and seemingly pull down these globs of molten metal, which begin to rotate around them, and throw one out at the totem. That is a solid critical hit. So do a little damage for that. Alright, 14, so that's 10-foot movement increase in that direction. Yeah, there we go. And as that was an action, another 10 feet for Cross. All right. Also, the totem's AC is equal to its current speed. Worth
Okay.
noting. That brings us to Shorchach.
Whoa.
Did y'all hear that train?
Oh, there
he goes.
Oh, there he is again.
Yeah,
Oh, what's
my
he
parents'
doing?
house is right down the road from a train. All right. Let's see. So Shorkach is going to allow themselves to move as one action. As two action, they are going to go for an unarmed strike. That's a critical hit. 14 gets turned to 10. So the totem gets sent 10 feet that way. And is now moving a total speed of 20. No, it's moving a total speed of 10 still, because it was knocked 10 feet that way. That makes the most sense to me in my head. And as it leaves Shurkach's range, she gets an attack of opportunity with her chainsword as she whips this massive blade on a chain around. And so that is going to be another crit. So that's going to be critical damage.
The train of critical hits.
34 damage. This is going to be a 30-foot speed increase. As the totem now has a speed of 40. And just
Jesus.
gets slap-shotted 30 feet towards your goal. Which will also move Shurkach. They're 20 feet as part of that attack. And then as their final action, they are going to attempt to change speed as an athletics check. That is a success. They're going to increase their speed by 5. They're now moving 25 feet per move as they move right up against the totem once again. That brings us now to Thicket.
Okay. So, what I'm now going to do, I'm currently stopped, right?
No, you're still... The next action you take, you're going to move.
I see. Then I am going to change speed.
All right. And I believe you would still be moving towards Cross right now.
Okay. In that case, could I change direction
Yes.
instead? Okay.
So that'll be an acrobatics check. What's your current movement?
I believe it was 0, wasn't it?
No. It would have stayed the same.
Okay,
So
then
it would
was
have been 10. All right. So yes, that is a success. You can change by 1 degree, so that one or that one.
Okay. We're gonna make it this one.
All right.
And now, I'm going to cast Tanglevine
Okay.
on Shurkach.
All right. So that's an attack roll from you, I believe.
Yes, it is.
a 16 to hit.
16 does not hit. Shurkach
Damn.
dodges out of the way. Collective!
And I move an additional 20 feet. Alright. I mean, an additional 10 feet.
Right, 10 feet is part of that. You are correct. All right, then. And you take your 7 points of bleed. Make that recovery check, please.
Ouch. It's a 9.
You are still bleeding. And make sure you're applying this damage. So you've taken a total of 9 damage. Not
God
all of
damn
it. How do you keep doing this?
It's because I use my numpad and I have numlock off right now. Okay. Oh no, I'm still spent.
I'll put that back.
Thank you.
All right. So
that was how much? 7?
7. So total of 9 damage from the last one as well. All right. So that brings us now to the top of round 3. We have our totem, which moves its 40 feet and hits the edge of the rink, stopping. That brings us now to Bastian.
Okay. Which direction am I moving?
I believe you are moving this way.
Okay. I would like to try and change my direction, please.
Okay.
That is a 19.
19. And what was the DC?
Let me double check my movement speed. My movement speed is 15.
All right, so that is a success. You can change to that way or that way.
Okay, I'm gonna go there.
Okay.
Now, question.
Yeah.
Edge of the rink. Is there like a wall?
It just hits snow.
Okay, so what you're telling me is if I apply like a force to it, it's not gonna bounce back this way.
No. It seemed to, as it hit the edge there, it seemed to just sort of stop dead, like not sliding or anything. It just stops dead in its space. You get the impression that this totem is enchanted.
Okay. Interesting thing to learn. I'm gonna try and change my speed to be faster.
Ooh.
Well, that's almost definitely not gonna succeed.
That is
That's
a
13.
fail. So your speed, nothing happens. Your speed stays the same and you move 15.
And then I'm gonna try and change my direction.
Okay. Ooh.
That is a 10, so I do not change my direction.
Correct. You are still getting the hang of these skates.
Is this the wall? Where is the wall?
That
'Cause
happens
there's
to be
chunks of ice.
chunks of ice. So you smack headfirst into this large ice formation. Your speed is now 0.
Oh,
and I
awesome.
need you to make a reflex save from that short stop.
Awesome. Cool. Love that for me. That's a dirty 20.
That is a success, so you manage to stop moving and not fall over.
Okay, that's fun. And then just one quick question. How many bulk is the totem?
You'd gather probably like 1 or 2.
I need to know if it's 1 or 2.
We'll say 1.
Okay, good to know. Thank you.
All right, that brings us now to Cross, who is going to begin with a change speed. .30. That is a critical success. So that increases their speed to 20. They're then going to allow their movement to continue for 20 feet. And they are going to there we go. All right. They are going to go ahead and just move another 20 down towards the edge there. And that's where their turn ends. That brings us now to Shurkach, who is going to begin with a change direction. DC 25. They fail, so they're unable to change their direction as they move their full 20 feet there. They are then going to attempt once again to change direction. That is another fail. I'm going to say that since they hit the totem here, their speed hits 0, and they need to make a reflex save. Ooh, they fail. Regularly, not critically. They stop moving and fall prone.
Oh.
Uh-oh. So they use their final action to get up from prone. That is their turn. That brings us now to Thicket.
And, okay. I'm tempted to try something very funny.
Do it.
Question, will we be able to get back our spell slots after this? Or, like, will we have another rest after this?
Theoretically, after this, you're going to start traveling.
I see. Okay, so I don't want to use my level 3 spells.
But, like, also, this is kind of just fun, so... This is a filler episode. Do what you want.
Alright, I'm casting Wall of Water.
Okay.
And, I am going to place that. Let's see. Right there.
Okay.
Oh, damn.
So you just completely block off Cross.
Yep. I then move 10 feet as a result of that. And that's the end of my turn. I take my persistent bleed damage.
Yes, you do.
And that was a 16 for a recovery check.
Alright, you stop bleeding as you take 1 more point of damage.
We just keep winning today, folks.
The blood manages to turn into a frozen scab.
Yay!
Alright, the totem has nowhere to go. So that brings us now to Bastian.
Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and cast Telekinetic Projectile on the totem.
Ooh! Okay.
So, if I make the totem the telekinetic projectile, right?
Yes.
I can cast it, I can send it like 30 feet, targeting Thicket.
Yeah.
Cool, I'm gonna do that.
Alright.
Let's stay with bludgeoning just for... 16.
16. Does a 16 hit Thicket?
16 hit Thicket? It unfortunately does not.
All right. Actually, that kind of is fortunate as the totem sails past you.
Oh, I see.
So, Bastian, you have 1 action remaining.
And then I'm gonna go ahead and change my speed.
Okay. That's a DC 0, so I'm assuming, unless you hit a nat 1 right now, that's a critical success.
That's an 11.
Just barely, but a critical success regardless.
So that's 10 feet of movement, right?
Correct.
Okay. I go there.
All right. That will bring us now to Cross. So what is... How does movement through Wall of Water work again?
Let's see. A creature traversing the Wall of Water needs to swim through.
Okay. So Cross is going to start out by attempting to change direction. As they're going headfirst towards the wall. That is a critical success. They are going to change direction to go that way. They still run headfirst into a wall, reducing their speed instantly to 0. Reflex save.
Welcome
They
to
just
jail.
barely succeed their reflex save and don't fall prone. They are then going to... Yeah, then they're going to change speed. Success. So, 10 feet. Yeah, 10 feet that way. Alright, that is the end of their turn. That brings us now to Shurkach, who is going to begin by changing speed in order to get movement at all. That is a 30, so critical success. 10 feet, they're going to take that to start moving towards you, Bastian. They are going to attempt to change direction now. That is a success. They managed to change direction. They begin moving towards you, Thicket. And they are then going to go for an unarmed strike against the totem. It is a 23 to hit, which is... let's see. Yeah, as the totem didn't actually take any damage, its speed is still 0.
Oh, shit.
So, that is going to be... Where is the character sheet? There we go. Yeah, that's a critical hit. Critical damage. 14, so that's 10 feet. The totem begins moving in that direction. And that is going to be the end of Shurkach's turn as they run headfirst into you, Thicket. You know what, just to make this a little more fun, I'm going to say that collisions are going to affect you both. So, which direction were you moving?
In Shurkach's direction.
Okay, so you both run headfirst into each other. I'm going to say that'll automatically bring you both to 0. So make a reflex save.
Ouch.
With a DC equal to your speed before you stopped moving.
And my speed was 10, and I rolled a 29.
All right, you both manage to stop right before you slam into each other. That is the end of Shirkach's turn. That brings us now to you, Thicket.
Okay. I'm going to try something now. I'm going to go for another Tanglevine.
Okay.
It is a 22 to hit.
Against Shirkach?
Yep.
That is a success.
All right. He takes a minus 10-foot circumstance penalty to his speeds for 1 round.
Okay. All right.
And then I'm going to change direction.
You don't have to change direction. Your speed is 0. So you can just, when you change speed, you can just go in whatever direction you want.
Perfect. In that case, I am going to go... Let's see. Assuming Bastian is going to... Okay, I can't hit it on my turn, so I'm going to open myself up. I'm just going to move. I'm gonna change speed.
Okay.
Is 12.
That's a critical success.
Beautiful. So that's 15?
10.
10. Got it.
And as you move, Shirkach gets an attack of opportunity with her chain sword.
That's fine.
Sorry, not chain sword. She's going to use her unarmed strike. She can't use her weapon against you. She's just going to try to punch you in the back.
Just gonna cut off your limbs.
No!
That is a natural 20.
Ooh.
Fuck it, it's funny.
Lucky for you, she's a lower level than you, so she doesn't get a card.
Beautiful.
She will, however, get critical damage. 14, so your speed increases by 10. You actually would move an additional 10 feet as she just punches you in the back.
Right.
You don't actually take damage.
Oh, right. There we go.
So yeah, your speed is now 20.
Thank you. I'm gonna shout out.
That brings us now around to the top of round 5 with the totem, which still has a movement of 0. So Bastian, you're up.
Okay. I will say, I think 3 goals is horrifically ambitious.
We're in a good spot right now.
I am gonna go ahead and try and change my direction.
Okay.
Okay, that's a 22. My movement speed is 10.
So that's a critical success. 2 degrees of change.
Okay, so if I was moving this way, that means I can go here or here?
Correct.
Okay, 10 feet that way. Okay. Now I'm gonna try and change my direction one more time.
Okay.
So that's a 16. So
Alright.
that's just a regular success, right?
Yep, 1 degree of change.
Means I can go here or here.
Correct.
I'm gonna go there, and then I'm
You
gonna
have to move
try
the full 10.
Well, that's inconvenient.
Though you can short stop. If you wanted to short stop as a reaction, you can.
Okay, so I'm gonna try and shortstop here.
Okay,
That's
so that'll be a reflex save. DC 10 reflex. Sorry, I forgot to clarify that short stopping is something you can do anytime. All right,
That's
you
fine.
successfully stop moving. Your speed is now 0.
Great. I would like to try and smack this lovely totem.
Okay. Critical hit.
That is...
Its AC is
okay.
0, so critical hit.
Okay. So it goes 10 feet this way at the start, right?
You have to roll damage.
Oh, I have to roll damage.
Yes.
Oh, I have to roll critical damage, don't I?
Yes, you do.
That is 22 damage.
22,
So,
so that's
20
20 feet. So its speed becomes 20 as it moves 20 feet. All right.
That should end my turn.
Indeed. All right, that brings us now to Cross, who is going to... How long does the wall of water last again?
1 minute.
God damn.
Yeah. Level 3 spell.
Cross is going to allow themselves to move 5 feet before attempting a short stop. So that'll be DC 10. Reflex. That's a success. Critical success even. So they managed to stop. And then they are going to attempt to swim. They do not have a swim speed, so they're going to move. They're going to just try to move 5 feet in there. So then they're going to take their final action to swim out to the other side. Their speed is still 0. They are now on the other side of the wall. That brings us now to Shorkach, who is going to... Let's see, they're starting at -10 to their speed. So they're gonna have to try really hard to move here. This is gonna be... Well, I don't think speed can actually go negative, so it's 0 effectively right now. But they're gonna try to move. That's a natural 1.
Oh no.
So speed becomes 0. Speed was already 0. So they're gonna try to move again. All right, that's a critical success. So that would give them a 10-foot speed bonus, which puts them still at 0. So they're gonna have to make a reflex save because that snaps their speed back to 0. All right, they succeed. And they're gonna just, I guess, try one more time. That's a critical success. Same deal. So let's just see if they fall prone. How long does the Tangle Vine last again? It's just the 1 round?
Just the 1 round, yeah.
Oh, natural 1. Shurkach falls prone. That Tangle Vine has gotten her good. That brings us now to Thicket.
Okay. I am going to change direction. A 26.
That is a success, so 1 degree of change.
All right, and so I was going this way.
Correct.
That means I can go.
Means you can go this way or this way.
I see. I guess I'll start going to the right.
Okay. So you move your 20.
Yes. That is. There we go.
All right.
And then it's 45 feet. I'm then going to damn it. Oh, my stuff's all out of range. Crap. I'll change direction again.
Okay. Acrobatics, DC 20. Ooh, that's a fail. You are unable to change your direction. 20 feet in your current direction. as Thicket begins careening off.
Oh no.
No, wait.
You have one action remaining.
Bye-bye, Thicket, my boy.
My final action, I'm going to attempt to change direction again. Please, I want to get off this wild ride. No.
Oh, that is, in fact, a critical failure. Your speed becomes 0. Make a reflex save. DC 20.
Oh, shite. Ooh, 29.
29. Okay, that is a success. So you successfully stop moving. So your speed is now 0.
Oy vey. That's
That
correct.
brings us around to the top of round 6. Totem has a 20-foot speed. And it was moving away from Bastion, so it will move its 20 feet on its own. And that is what it does. Bastion, you're up.
I can never keep track of which direction I was moving.
You short stop, so you're not moving at all.
Oh, I'm not moving at all. That's fantastic news, actually. Okay, I would like to try and change my speed.
Okay. All right.
That's a 16.
Critical success. 10 feet in a direction of your choosing.
Okay. Go that way, and then I'm gonna try and change my direction.
Okay. That's a success. 1 degree of change.
Okay, I'm gonna go 10 feet this way, and then I'm gonna try and change my direction again.
Okay. One degree of change.
Okay. We'll go another 10 feet that way.
All right. That is your turn.
That should conclude my turn.
That brings us now to Cross, who is going to begin with a change speed. Critical success, so 10 feet. They're going to attempt to change speed again. Critical success, they move 20 feet. And they are going to... They're going to change speed again. Ooh! They fail. Which means their speed simply does not change. They move their 20 feet up that way. That is their turn. That brings us now to Shurkach, who is going to first and foremost stand up from prone. Second action is going to be an attempt at changing speed. That's a critical, so 10 feet. They're going to change speed again. Critical. 10, 20. And then they're going to attempt to change direction. Ooh! They're unsuccessful at changing direction and move their 20 feet. Thicket.
Yes. You're up. All right. Okay. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm going to change speed. So that is going to be
Critical.
14.
So 10 feet.
10 feet. This way.
And then I'm gonna Tangle Vine Shercock again.
Okay.
A homeboy is not allowed to move.
Thicket has a very specific grievance.
Unfortunately, that is a miss.
That grievance is that he's in my range. But I move another 10 feet this way.
Mm-hmm. And that is your
And that's
turn,
my turn.
I believe. All right. Excuse me. That brings us around to the top of round 7 with Bastian Parker, as the totem moves another... let's see, what's his speed currently? 20 still. Moves another 20 feet.
Okay. I am going to start by trying to change my speed.
Okay. What is your speed currently? Just to remind me.
10 feet.
10. Okay.
Okay, that's a 16.
That's a regular success. 5-foot increase.
Okay, so I get to go 15 feet.
Correct.
Then I'm going to try and increase my speed again.
Ooh.
That's a 10.
There's a
So I
failure.
fail.
Your speed does not change, stays at 15. And you move that full 15.
Okay. And then from there... I'm going to... What am I going to do? Just for the hell of it, I'm gonna telekinetic. No, I can't, because I only have one action. My bad. I am going to. I'm gonna try and increase my speed one more time.
Okay. That's a success.
That is-
5-foot increase.
Okay, so I gotta go 20 feet now, yes?
Mm-hmm. Correct.
Okay. There I am.
Alright. Brings us to Cross, who's going to attempt to change direction. DC 20. That's a fail. So they move their 20. They're going to try again. They fail again. They move their 20. And they're going to try one more time. They fail again.
Wow.
They're 20. Cross is clearly having a very difficult time changing their direction. That brings us to Shurkach, who's going to also attempt to change direction. DC 20. Oh my god, that's another failure. Clearly, I don't have any luck on my side tonight.
I guess not. And
Where is this when
neither
it
side
actually
has scored
matters
a
for
goal.
you?
Yeah, it's never during an important moment. It's when we're playing hockey.
Yep.
Shurkach
How many
is
characters died last session?
Just the one.
Just the one, but you know, one of
Oh,
them
yeah.
lost 3 limbs.
Yeah.
Shurkach is going to attempt to change direction again.
I can't believe the horse lost 3 limbs.
There we go. Finally a success. 20 feet in that direction. And they're going to try to change direction one more time. That's a success. So they're able to change to go over there. That brings us to Thicket.
Hey. I'm going to change direction.
Okay.
Say 25.
All right. What was your speed again?
Speed was 10.
10. So that is a critical success.
Alright, and I believe I was going this way. So 2 degrees will get me going this way. And then I'm going to... Do I have to change speed, or can I just maintain my speed?
You can maintain speed.
Okay. Then I'm going to maintain speed. Go this way. And then I'm going to strike Shirkok.
Okay. Go ahead and make that an arc strike.
I swear I don't have
strike.
a vendetta against him. He's
It
just
really
in
feels
the
like
way.
you do.
He's just there. 28.
That is a 28. That is a hit against Shirkach. Go ahead and roll damage. As you just go up and just shoulder check this poor Dracason. Or Dracar, I mean.
4.
4. So you get the minimum of 5 foot movement. And I'm going to say that actually decreases her speed down to 15. Alright. Is that your turn?
That's my turn.
Alright, that brings us around to the top of round 8 with Bastion.
Oh wait, would I have moved as a part of that strike?
Oh, yes, you would have.
Okay, now it's my turn.
Okay, where is the puck?
Which is right there.
Would it have moved? Was it supposed to move at this
Oh,
top-
yes,
top
it
of the
was.
round?
Sorry. 20 feet. Completely forgot about that.
That's alright. Okay. I am going to... Okay. What I'm gonna try and do... Can I move here and try and shortstop as a reaction?
Sure. So make a reflex save against your movement.
Okay, my movement was 20, that's 24, so I managed.
Success. Correct.
Great. Then from there, I want to try and change my movement speed.
Mhm.
That is a 26.
All right. And just to note, when you successfully... Oh, wait, no, never mind. Yeah. Yep. Continue.
So I now have 10 feet of movement in a new direction, yes?
Correct.
Okay. I'm gonna go here, smack the totem.
All right. That is just barely a hit. Go ahead and roll that damage.
That is 4 points of
Right.
damage.
Minimum 5 feet of movement. And the
then I go the
totem,
other-
the totem speeds up no matter what when it gets hit, unless you're hitting it in the direct opposite direction of where it was going. So it is now going 25 feet.
And then I go the extra 5 feet to finish my 10 feet of movement.
Yes.
And do I have any more actions, or am I done with actions?
That's your actions, I believe.
Okay.
That brings us now to Kras, who's going to try desperately once again to turn the fuck around. Finally, they succeed. So they manage to move 20 that way, and they try to change direction again. Alright, that is a critical success. So they are going to attempt to go... They're going to do 2 degrees, which brings them down that way. And they are going to... First and foremost, I want to measure something real quick. Alright. Alright, they're going to attempt to change direction again. Seven, that is a success. So they are going to move. They're 20 feet that way. That brings us to Shurkach. who is going to... Shit, which way was she moving? Right, you punched her, so she's going this way. So she's going to attempt to change direction. That is a critical success, 2 degrees of change. She's going to begin moving back that away. She's going to attempt to change direction again. That is a natural 20. 2 degrees of change. They're going to elect to just go 1 there. And they are then going to... They are then going to go ahead and attempt to change directions one more time. Success. They're going to move there and attempt a short stop. Critical success. They managed a short stop right there. That is their turn. That brings us now to Thicket.
Okay. Oh, good. Bastian is next in initiative. Okay. So, what I'm going to do is Tangle Vine on Crass.
Mm-hmm.
Is a 25 to hit.
25, that is a hit.
All right, so that is a minus 10-foot speed penalty for a round.
Okay.
And then I
movement.
move- Yep. There. And then I'm going to change direction.
Okay.
It's a 20.
That's a critical success.
Okay, I get to move 2 degrees. That's. I'm going to start moving here. This way.
Okay.
And that's my turn.
Okay. And that brings us around to the top of round 9. As the totem begins to move. Let me just double check something real quick. Oh, yes. So the totem begins to move, triggering Shokak's attack of opportunity, which she is going to use with her chainsword. That is just barely a failure. She misses the totem as it flies its 25 feet that way. Bastian, it is your turn.
Okay. So I have 10 feet of movement. I'm gonna try and increase my speed.
Okay. Also, I'm gonna say that that 10 round before reset thing, I'm gonna say we're gonna scratch that and we're gonna go to 1 point instead of 3.
I think that's a good idea.
I was very aware of the fact that we were approaching the 10th round, and I was like, fuck. Okay, so I rolled a 10, so
That's a success.
So I get 15 feet of movement, right?
Correct.
Okay. We're gonna... go ahead and try and smack our lovely totem. That was a 28.
28, that is a success. Go ahead and roll damage.
That is
5 foot
6
increase.
feet, so 5 feet.
is now moving a total of 30 feet as it goes 30 feet right past Kras.
Cool. And then I have another 5 feet to go there. 15 feet there. And can we just say I try and punch Cross in the face as I pass by?
You'd have to short stop to do that.
Then never mind, I'll just stay where I am.
Okay. So in that case, that would be to maintain speed, so you'd have to move again.
I did move again. That is moved again.
Oh, right. Sorry, I lost track of where you were.
That's okay.
Yeah. Okay, cool. There we go. All right. That brings us to Cross, who is currently tangle-vined. Now remind me, is there a way to break free from Tanglevine, or is it just... Okay, there is an escape. So, Kras is going to, first and foremost, attempt to escape, and this will be, an acrobatics check against your spell DC. 18.
Against my spell DC, that, you see, is a 22. So that fails.
Alright, so that fails. So, Kras is unable to escape and moves the 10 feet. Which way were they going? Shit, which way were they going? I think they were going this way? I really should have turned directional indicators back on for this. Alright, they're going to then use their second action in an attempt to change direction. Alright, that's a crit. They're going to go 10 feet that way. And they are then going to... maintain speed. 2 more feet. That brings us now to Shurkach, who is going to attempt to change direction. That's a success. So we're going, I believe, this way. So now they're going to go this way. Do that again. Critical success. So 2 degrees. 15 feet that way. And they're going to attempt to change speed. That is a critical success. 10-foot increase. Shurkach is now going 25 feet per action. Go. All right, that brings us now to Thicket.
Alrighty. Let's see. I was going... Yes, I was going this direction. I'm going to change speed. It's a 23.
All right. And your speed was 10, so I believe that is a critical success.
Yes, so I moved 20 feet.
Yes.
Then... Fuck it, Tanglevine. It's been so useful. I hate doing the same thing every turn. It's been so useful.
Who is this against?
Well, that's a natural 20 against Kras.
Damn, alright, natural 20. So that's a critical hit card. Spell. The target is deafened until healed. So you deafen poor Kras.
Oh god. The vines plug his ears. Or plug their ears. And they are also now immobilized.
So
Take
that's
a minus 10 foot penalty for the round.
That is a forced short stop to 0 as a result of the immobilization. So that is just barely a success. They managed to stay upright, but they're now deafened as vines clog their ears.
Sorry.
All right, that was your turn. Go ahead and move.
All right.
Full 20. And that brings us around to top of round 10. The totem is going to continue its 30 feet on its path. That brings us to Bastian. Parker.
Okay, so I have movement speed. I'm gonna try and change my movement speed.
Okay. Critical success.
So I now have a movement speed of 15.
20,
Try and...
because that was a critical success.
Oh, my bad. Okay, I have a movement speed of 20. Another 20. Okay, I'm gonna try and short stop.
Okay. Reflex save, DC 20. Hey, nat
that's a
20,
nat
let's
20.
go.
Oh.
Okay. Then I'm gonna try and change my speed. Well, I can't try and hit it this way from where I am.
Nope.
And it's an action to move here, and therefore I can't do that and hit, right?
Correct.
What if I do... Nope, that's not gonna work because I don't have the actions to do it. I'm going to... I'm gonna change my speed one more time.
Okay.
So with the 0 as
success.
my DC, that's a 25, so it's a critical success, so I get 10 feet, right?
Correctamundo.
I'm gonna go there.
Okay.
That should be my turn.
Alright, that brings us now to Cross, who I guess has no real choice other than to attempt to escape this Tangle Vine. The acrobatics against your spell DC, Thicket.
Alright.
That is a 17, which we know is a failure. So they're going to just try again. With multiple attack penalty, of course. That is a 27.
27, that succeeds.
Okay, so they escape Tangle Line. Let me see here. Can attempt to escape against your... Okay, yeah, so that removes both the penalty and the immobilize. So they are going to begin by attempting to change speed. That's 20. All they get to do on their turn is move 10 feet. That brings us down to Shurkach, who is already moving in that direction. They are going to maintain speed. And as they come up next to you, Thicket, they are going to try to punch you.
Alright.
That is a 25 to hit.
A 25, that does indeed hit.
Okay. So you are moved. All right. You begin moving in this direction, and your speed decreases by 5. And
Okay.
as you leave that space, she gets an attack of opportunity.
Damn.
That is a 30 to hit.
30 to hit. Yeah, that's a critical hit.
Right, it's going to be critical damage then. Let's see how far they bump you this way. That's 20.
Fucking hell.
So you get bumped 20 more feet that way.
Grab me, grab me, grab me.
So your movement is now 20 in that direction. And that is going to cause Shurkach to move 25 feet. And she's going to try to change direction. That is a failure. She continues and careens into the goal.
Ooh.
But she manages to succeed, so she does not fall prone. She just stops and is now acting as a goalie. That brings us to Thicket.
All right. I am going to attempt to change direction. My speed is 15 right now, correct?
20, I believe.
20. Oh, because I got hit again. Well, that's an 11.
That is a critical failure. So your speed becomes 0. Make a reflex save.
Wait, would it be a crit? That's only 9 less.
Oh, you're so right. Never mind then. That is a regular failure. You do not change direction. 20 feet. Straight into the border.
No, no, no. Ooh.
So you have one more chance to change your direction.
I'm gonna try again.
Oh!
No, that's a critical failure.
Ooh.
That is a critical failure. Speed becomes 0. Reflex save, please. DC 20.
22.
As a success, you managed to stop successfully. Your speed is now 0. And you have 1 action remaining, I believe.
Okay, I'm now going to... You said my speed is now 0?
Correct.
I'm going to change speed and go the opposite direction.
Back from whence ye came.
Exactly. That's a natural 20.
Hell yeah, 10 feet.
And that's my turn.
That is indeed your turn. Top of round 11. The totem continues on its trajectory. 30 feet towards the wall. Bastian, you're up.
How far am I from this totem?
Around 35.
I'm gonna try and change my direction.
Okay.
Okay, that's 21.
Remind me of your speed again?
My speed is 10.
Alright, critical then. 2 degrees.
There. Okay. This is 25 feet. I'm going to cast telekinetic projectile using the totem at Shurkach.
Okay. Go ahead and roll a hit.
And if I injure her, I'm very sorry, but I also want this to be over. Like, I'm having fun, but it has to end at some point, Cameron.
I know, I admittedly did not expect this to take this long.
Okay, that's a 29.
29, that is a hit. Go ahead and roll damage. The totem flies over the edge of the net and smacks Shurkach right in the face.
Oh, that's 15 points of bludgeoning damage.
15 points of bludgeoning damage. Shurkach is knocked backwards. Taking that 15 points of bludgeoning damage, you are immediately penalized. You are now slowed 1.
But it's in the goal, right?
Nope.
No.
It's right next to the goal. Its direction has changed.
Me.
Its speed is still 30.
Thicket,
That-
my man.
That brings us to Kras, who is going to try...
Oh, I still have to go 10 foot.
Oh, yes. Yes, you do. Kras is going to try their oh so desperately to get that thing out of the goal. They're going to try to change direction. Oh, wait. They weren't even moving, so they... Okay. We'll call that a change speed instead. They're going to go this way. Now they're going to change direction. That is another critical success. That way. And now they change speed. As a 21. So they move all the way up there and attempt to short stop as a reaction. They successfully short stop. That brings us now to Shurkach, who is going to shake off the fact that she just got smacked with a totem. Is going to step 5 feet as she is no longer on ice. And she is going to attempt to smack the totem with her unarmed strike. That is a hit. That is going to be 5 foot difference. So the speed is now 25 as it gets moved in the other direction. And then she gets her attack of opportunity with the chainsword. That is actually a miss. So that is going to be one more action from her as she goes for another strike with the chainsword, which has reach, allowing her to do that. That is another miss. So Thicket, you're up.
All right. This is it. Moment of truth. I'm going to maintain my speed. Boom. And I'm going to change direction.
Okay.
I need to get a crit here. Come on. The heart of the cards. Oh, fuck.
Can I use a hero point to let him reroll that?
Yes, you may.
Oh, thank you. The heart of the cards.
Oh, that's worse.
Motherfucker!
I would also like to use a hero point to reroll that.
Okay. For the audience who's just listening, that was a nat 1.
A nat 1 following a 2. Okay. So
17.
that is 17.
That's a success. 1 degree.
Okay. Perfect. Just what I need.
You have 1 action remaining, I believe.
I'm going to raise my speed. Change.
Okay.
Another 17.
Alright, that is a success. 10-foot increase. Total of 20.
Okay. That's my turn.
Alright. Top of round 12. The totem begins to move. It's 25 feet. Back that away. Kind of surprised you didn't tangle vine the totem. Bastian?
Didn't realize. For some reason, I didn't realize that was an option.
Oh yeah, anything goes. Bastian, you're up. You have 2 actions.
Okay. I am going to. I'm gonna telekinetic projectile it at Thicket.
Okay.
Please do.
Go ahead and roll the hit.
Please. Dear God. I'm gonna, get myself no actions. I'm gonna be slowed to the point of being put in the penalty box. That's a 24.
Does a 24 hit Thicket?
Yes, it does.
Alright, go ahead and roll damage then, Bastian. As the totem comes flying at you, Thicket.
That's 16 points of damage.
Thicket, you take 16 points of damage. Bastian is now slowed too.
Oh.
I
And so 16 becomes 15. Thicket, you are smacked 15 feet backwards.
no.
And your speed is reduced by 15 as a result of that.
God damn it.
I'm gonna end
brings-
up in purgatory.
Brings us to Cross.
You broke my nose.
Cross is going to... Oh, you're gonna hate me so much. Cross is going to do something that Jacob should do more often and use magnetic pinions. Which is an overflow, so that ends their kinetic aura as they make 3 attack rolls against the totem. As they form 3, it's like Magneto forming 3 balls of metal. Just so that's going to be 1, 2, 3. Multiple attack penalty does not apply to this, by the way. So that is 33, 28, 35. That is hit, crit. So that is going to be... Holy shit. /R 2d4 plus 2d4. Alright, so 11. Plus another 11. Totem is now moving at a speed of 5. And then do one more. And this one is doubled, so that is 18 to 15. Bringing us to there. Totem now has a speed of 20 as it gets slap-shotted right away from the goal again. That is Cross's turn. That brings us to Shurkak. Also, I want to make it very clear, Mr. Thub Ug Iman has had access to that since the beginning of this campaign and has used it a total of once. 3 attacks with no multiple attack penalty, 4d4 damage apiece.
Oh my god.
And it scales with level. So actually it's 3d4. It's actually 64 damage apiece for Thub right now. So Shurkak is going to step back onto the ice as one action, is going to change speed as second action, feet. And is going to change speed one more time. That's another crit, so they move a total of 20 that way. Alright. Thicket, you're up.
I'm up.
Yes, you are.
I'm up, you say?
Yes, you are.
I'd like to phone a friend, Cam.
Okay.
I'm gonna summon Cranberry.
Finally! Where do you want Cranberry?
I know.
Remember, he has to be adjacent.
Yeah. let's put him right there, actually.
Okay. Now you have to track Cranberry's speed as well as your own.
Correct.
Fucking took you long enough. I was expecting you to do that round one.
I know. I kept forgetting to do it.
Also, remember, your direction was changed by getting smacked in the face.
Oh, you're right. Shit. But then I got distracted by Tanglevine. And I was like, oh, it's so good.
And Cranberry, I believe, gets an action from being summoned?
Yes, he do. And so he's going to spend that action. Changing his speed.
Okay.
Fourteen.
You see Cranberry actually, Bastian, you see as Cranberry gets summoned here, you could swear you see it form a set of skates. Cranberry now has a set of stone skates built into the bottom of its fire.
I love that for him.
So go ahead and move Cranberry.
And there we go.
Okay. That brings us around to Bastian Parker. First and foremost, we have our totem moving 20 feet that way. All right. What would you like to do with your one action?
Dude, I got... what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try and change direction. Because if I don't change direction, I'm gonna slap into the wall and I'm gonna die. I'm not gonna die, but I'm...
Here's what we're gonna say. When you hit round 15, slowed will decrease.
Okay. Okay, that's a 19. My speed is 10. I get to change one...
Yep, 1 degree.
Thing, right? So that means I either get to go here or here?
Correct.
Well, I'm speeding towards the wall anyway.
Okay.
Okay.
That brings us now to Cross, who is going to begin by changing speed. And shouts to you, Thicket, "You could have done this the whole time!"
I forgot.
Forgot about the bloke in your chest.
I'm in it for the love of the game.
Increase speed again. That's a critical, so a total of 20 feet that way. And they're going to increase speed one more time. And they fail. So they maintain speed, going 20 feet right over there. It is the end of their turn. That brings us to Shurkach, who is going to, let me see. He is going to attempt to change speed. Is just barely able to succeed changing speeds. Their speed is now 25. Second action is going to be a chainsword attack. That is a critical hit. 20 feet. Whoosh, directly that way. And also gets an attack of opportunity as part of that. That's another critical hit. 25 feet. All right. So it is now moving 55 feet.
Good God.
And Shurkak is going to take her final action to change direction. That's a nat 1. So Shurkak's speed becomes 0. And she has to make a reflex save of DC 25. Which she fails. So she stops moving and falls flat on her face. That brings us to Thicket.
Okay.
That totem is getting awful close to your goal again.
Yes, it... Oh, and it's going straight in there. Okay. It's going to be a single action... Actually, a 2-action act together.
Okay.
Thicket is going to cast Haste on Cranberry.
Okay.
So Cranberry gains the quickened action
Yes.
and now gets an additional action. So, let's see.
And I'll say that change speed, change direction, we'll say those count as stride.
Okay, great. And then I'm going to continue moving 10 feet this way. Cranberry continues 10 feet that way. And then... Let's see. Perfect.
What does Cranberry do with his portion of the act together?
Oh, right. He's going to maintain his speed.
Okay.
Go another 10 feet. So I'm 55 feet. Thicket is then going to use a focus point to cast Evolution Surge.
Okay.
And Cranberry is going to gain a plus 20-foot status bonus to his speed.
Ooh. Okay.
So now Cranberry has how many actions? Okay. Yeah, Cranberry has 2 actions remaining. So he's going to spend his
Cranberry
stride
has
action.
1 action remaining. Or wait, is Evolution Surge a free action?
It's 2. Evolution Surge is 2. Oh wait! Oh my God, you're right. Never mind.
So you shouldn't have been able to Evolution Surge at all.
Yeah, I couldn't do that in the first place. My bad.
All good.
Let me put that focus point back in there. So I use 2. Yeah, Cranberry has 1 and his movement action. So Cranberry is going to change speed. 16.
That's a success.
So he moves 15 feet.
Mhm.
And then he's going to change speed again.
Okay.
A 23, so he
That
now
is a
moves
success.
20 feet.
Okay.
And that's my turn.
Okay. Brings us around to our totem, moving 55 feet whoosh, straight into the wall. Bastian, you have 1 action.
So close. So,
You
so fucking
you really
close.
were so close.
We almost,
And now
we almost had
It's
it.
never going to end. Okay, I would like to try and change direction, please.
Okay.
That's a 14.
14. I believe that is a success.
Awesome. 10 out of 10. I'm just gonna. I move 10 feet that way.
Okay. That brings us to Cross, who's going to begin with a change direction. That's a fail, so 20 feet that way. They're going to try again. That is a success. So they're going to move 20 feet that away. And they are going to attempt to increase their speed. That is a success. So they move an additional 25 feet that away. And that is their turn. That brings us to Shurkach. He's going to spend one action to get up. Spend one action to change speed. Which is a critical, of course. Going to spend another action to change speed. That is another critical success. Total of 20. And that is her turn. That brings us now to Thicket.
Okay. Let's see, how far away? Oh my god, that's within range. Okay. 2 action act together. Thicket is going to cast Evolution Surge, give Cranberry the extra 20 feet.
Hell yeah.
And then Cranberry is going to use that to maintain his speed. So he was at 20. So he now moves 40 feet this way.
Okay.
Here's the tricky part.
You need to make a DC 40 save to change directions.
And that's not going to happen without a nat 20. And in fact, that is a nat 1 that Cranberry has rolled.
Oh, yeah. Yep, speed becomes 0.
All right. Well,
Actually,
Cranberry's speed becomes 0.
You know what? Because of Evolution Surge, That's tough. I think... Yeah, no. Speed becomes 0. Make a reflex save for Cranberry, please.
Damn, okay. 21.
That is a critical failure. So Cranberry falls prone. But I'm going to say that due to Evolution Surge, when you start moving again, you will still have that 20-foot bonus.
Okay, that works.
Also, how far away from each other can the two of them be before Cranberry disappears?
Oh, shit.
Because currently you're 140 feet away from one another.
Oh, God, I forgot about that caveat. Yeah, he's gone. He falls on his back and fucking explodes. Oh, shit! I think I have 1 action left.
Yeah, I think you do too.
Going to attempt to change direction. God fucking damn it.
Okay, make a reflex.
No comment.
Fucking 22.
22.
And
that's
just
a
so the
critical
audience
success.
knows, I rolled 2 nat 1s in a single turn.
So that's all right. Your speed is now 0, and you stop moving successfully as you realize that Cranberry was too far away from you.
Oh, for fuck's sake!
That brings us to round 15. Totem can't move. Bastion, your slowed condition decreases. You now have 2 actions.
Well, I'm gonna try and change my direction again. Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a 12, so I get 1 degree.
Correct. I swear to God, I thought to myself, oh, this will be a quick session.
You know, I had a moment where I went, oh, this will be quick, and then I had a moment where I went, who am I kidding? It's not going to be quick. It's going to be 3 hours somehow. I would like to increase my speed, please.
Okay.
Okay, well, that's just...
That's a success.
Okay, then I get 15 feet.
Correct.
I am there.
Alright, that brings us to Cross. Who is going to begin by doing a maintain speed. Full 25 there. And they're going to attempt to change directions. That is a critical success. They are going to move 25 of that. Excuse me, 25 of that away. And they're going to attempt once again to change directions. That is another success. 1 degree. They slam into the wall. But they critically succeed their save, so they manage to short stop successfully. That brings us now to Shotka. Who's going to begin with a change speed. Critical success. 25 feet. She is going to maintain speed. 25 feet. And she is going to maintain speed and attempt to short stop. That is a failure. So she falls prone as she attempts to short stop. That brings us to Thicket.
Attempt to change direction. Oh wait, no wait, is my speed 0? I think my
speed is 0. Your speed is 0.
Okay. I'm going to change speed. 30-20.
Alright. 10 feet you go.
Change speed.
Oh my god, there he goes.
That's a natural 20.
Oh, he goes zooming.
He goes a full 20 feet. He's back with a vengeance.
I'm going to maintain speed. And that's my turn.
Right. Bastian, you're up.
Okay. I'm gonna try and change my speed.
That is unfortunately a failure, so you just keep moving 15.
Okay, 15. Just gonna keep going another 15.
Alright. Brings us to Cross, who is going to begin moving. 10 feet. And they're going to go they are going to go ahead and let's see, I wonder. They're going to go ahead and use yeah, they're just going to maintain speed. And they're going to go ahead and try to hit it. They hit it. It can't really go very far. Unless it... Actually, you know what? No, I'm going to say it can go over the net. So they're going to try to hit it with a melee elemental blast. That's a crit. Goes 20 feet and lands square in the goal. It is finally over.
Thank Christ.
So, there you go. Your game has concluded.
Holy shit.
Bastian Parker should be in the fucking penalty box.
Bastian Parker did not get to play the game.
That's not true. Bastian Parker nearly won the game and then decided that she was gonna take the hit for the penalties to hopefully win the game, and then was just stuck in the corner.
You really,
because the penalties did not work out.
I truly think you could have won that if you just tangle-vined the damn totem.
I know. For some reason it didn't register that, oh, this is technically a character.
This is technically a character.
This is technically a person.
Oh my god. Well, the two dragon folk skate on over to you. Big old grins on their faces. It's a good game, Les.
Good game.
Good
Sorry
game.
about your snout.
It's okay, it's part of the sport, yes?
I mean, I broke his nose too. I clapped Thicket on the back.
Oh, yes. No, I think, here's the thing. I think since we won, I believe that means we deserve a little something there. You owe us now.
What do you have in mind?
What do we owe you?
You'll find out. Vulo knows.
What's that?
She'll tell
Well,
you
alright then.
tonight.
Okay, that's fine.
Thanks for the game.
And thank you for playing as well, and thank you in advance for the favor. And just think,
Yeah.
you almost got this cool staff that I found.
Oh.
We almost did.
If only. Well, if you ever feel like playing again, feel free to come back. Otherwise,
We're starting another game right now. 3 more hours of this.
I will leave. I will leave. It will be Colby alone
I'll have
for
cranberry.
a 4-hour episode of the podcast.
so you leave the ice. And that's where we're gonna end tonight's session as you head back towards Hospitality for the Broken to meet up with your party and talk to Vulo to figure out what favor it is that you now owe these dragon people. Bastian, how are you
Love
feeling?
that we didn't negotiate the favor ahead of the game. That's a little impolite.
Eh. Well, since you didn't negotiate it, you technically could have said no.
I guess.
But you didn't! You agreed! You fell into my trap.
We've fallen into so many of your traps, Cameron.
You
Don't even.
really do. So, yeah. Thicket, how are you feeling?
Yeah. I'm ready to play more Huckra or Huck. I'm ready to play some more Huck Tour.
God damn you. And how are we feeling as players?
Huck Tour, spit on the thing.
Cannot stand you.
Anyway, I am highly amused that you envisioned this getting to 3 points.
Yeah.
We barely even made it to 1.
I almost decided, oh yeah, we'll go with a 2-point mercy rule.
Mercy rule. Mercy.
No.
I think in my humble opinion, I think if the goals were just like 1 space wider on either
I
side.
think
Yeah.
that would be helpful. I think there's a couple other things that I think mechanically would have made it easier.
Absolutely.
Mhm.
Absolutely. But it was somewhat functional.
Yeah, no.
So, there
The
we
bones
go.
are
It
there.
was not entirely unfunctional, which
I think that's the funniest part of this whole damn thing.
if it was entirely unfunctional, then it would have been a lot harder to be mad at.
We want to give a special shout out to our first member on Buy Me a Coffee, Jane Meyer. Thank you so much for your support, Jane. It really means the world.